Even though I've been sick for the last week and a half, I'm starting to feel really good and optimistic about my ACL rehab. I'm about 5 months in now and it feels great. Honestly, I'm starting to run. I can do this. Look at this. I can jump and just, I feel like myself again. Just simple things such as like jumping on the spot feels so good because I haven't done it for ages. And if you're in this ACL stage of like 5-6 months, you'll know shit is so boring for the first few months because all you're doing is really safety cautious stuff in the gym. Like, I don't know, well, you start with the leg raises. You got to, for the first like month, all you're doing is just like this shit. And you're just like, when can I bloody run again? What the hell? And now that's the stage that I'm in. I'm like, yes, I'm allowed to run. I'm allowed to do this. And it's actually good for me. And this is where I progress it. And I'm like, oh, finally. But the problem with that is being overconfident. And that's something I struggled with since I re-injured my ACL. In August of 2023, I have a whole video about it here, but in a basketball game, I jumped up, basically landed on my right leg, just straight, and then I went, heard a really loud pop, and I was like, ah! Didn't get MRI, just got X-ray, and it said everything was all good, so I was like, okay. And then a month and a half later, I felt back to normal. And then playing basketball at school, went to go, and then I heard the snap again and did my ACL. So, being overconfident in this stage is so easy. I can be overconfident. And it's good to be confident, but it's not good to do your ACL again because you think you can do a 360 windmill like Zion, which is something that I'd probably do. I feel good, like doing that just surprises me so much that I can actually do that. And if I, like 2 years ago, even a year ago, if I was in this position, I would probably go for a 360 windmill like Zion and do my ACL again or bloody break my leg, who knows. So if you're in ACL rehab, to summarize all that, don't be overconfident because you can get injured again and you will get injured again if you do stupid shit like I did. And all of this is just from a lack of patience, which in that video I talked about patience a bit in ACL rehab and motivation, and it's so important to be patient, but it's so hard because 12 months of doing this, you're like, what, why? Just why? Why do I have to do this? And I still think the same. It's stupid, but everything happens for a reason. Also, this is the quote I just remembered. Don't think that it can't happen to you is such a good quote. I love my quotes. You probably know that by now. Don't think it can't happen to you. I always thought I wasn't going to do my ACL because shit, that's for people that are weak, like physically. And I thought I would say I was strong, but I wasn't strong in the aspect of landing on one leg. That was a weak point, especially landing on my right leg. I'd never done that before because I was always jumping left to right, landing on the left. So my left was so used to landing on, I never did right left. I never landed on the right leg by itself. So that's why you need to train everything. If you're a jumper or if you're an athlete in any sport, please know how to jump and know how to land. Know the different plans. There's left foot, left, right, right, left. I can make a video explaining it, but you can just figure it out for yourself. Left, right, left foot, right foot, jump, and then vice versa. And most people only know how to do one and they don't even realize that they're doing it. They're like, what the hell, I never realized that you can do it the opposite way, and it'll feel really weird. You're just like, like you won't know what to do. But once I started training it, even now, I'm making sure I train my weak plants, all your weak points you need to train the same or even more as your strong points. That's a big factor in ACL rehab. Train the weak points. Train your hamstrings. Your hamstrings will get weak, especially if you've had a hamstring graft. So the number one thing I want you to take from this video is just don't think it can't happen to you, because if it can happen, it will happen. And you can't avoid it, but it seems like everyone's doing their ACL, but you can lower the chances. If you're an athlete, learn how to land, learn how to jump, learn how to change direction, please, and just practice it. Focus on your weak points, because you're only as strong as your weakest link, point, whatever. I'll see you next time.